Sure. Here's a 900-word dramatic fantasy story based on your title. The Dragon Emperor's son never walked or flew until the new human maid did the impossible. In the heart of the floating kingdom of Werthalion, where clouds serve as courtyards and thunder roll beneath castle floors, lived the mighty Dragon Emperor, Veilzeron. His rule stretched from the molten rivers of the south to the frozen spires of the north. 1,000 dragons bowed to him, and 100 kingdoms paid him tribute. Yet, within the walls of the Skyforged palace, the emperor carried a burden greater than any war. His only son, Prince Orin, was born without flight. Orin's wings, golden and scaled like his father's, hung uselessly by his sides. His legs, though noble in form, trembled under his own weight. No healer, dragon mage, or celestial priest could explain it. He was not cursed. He was not ill. He was simply still. Orin grew up in silence, hidden from the world. He never soared to the skies or joined the royal hatchlings in their sky games. While the dragons of the court bellowed in strength and pride, Orin watched from his chamber window, eyes full of longing. Many whispered behind the emperor's back that the prince was a symbol of weakness. Others claimed it was a god's punishment for Veilzeron's ruthless wars. And then she came. Her name was Alira, a human girl from the earthbound settlements far below the clouds. She had never seen a real dragon before, only the shadows they cast on the fields when they flew overhead. Chosen from a group of orphans during the emperor's annual charity visit to the lower realm, Alira was brought to the palace as a servant, uneducated in the ways of dragons, poor in status, and painfully curious. She didn't belong. She was assigned to the East Wing, a place the other servants avoided. They whisper the grounded prince, and how his presence cast an unnatural stillness. Alira was instructed to obey, be silent, and never make eye contact, but she was not good at following rules. The first time she saw Prince Orin, he was sitting on a stone bench beside a dead fountain, wings curled tight around him. She bowed deeply, trembling. "You're new," he said, voice dry like old parchment. "Yes, your highness," she mumbled. "You're not like the others," he added. "You didn't flinch." "I thought if I showed fear, you'd send me away," she admitted. I need to stay." Orin looked at her, truly looked. "Why?" "Because down there," she pointed toward the cloud-covered earth, "no one cares if you live or vanish. Up here, at least someone might notice." Orin smiled faintly. It was the first time he had in weeks. Day by day, Alira returned. She dusted his books, brought food he barely touched, and hummed strange human lullabies while she cleaned. She began asking questions no one dared ask. "Why don't you try to walk today?" "I'll fall." "So?" "I fall all the time. It's how you learn." "I'm not human." "Lucky you. We break easily." At first, he ignored her, but she didn't stop. She brought wooden supports she made herself. She studied how his limbs moved. She even asked the smith to build harnesses, though dragons laughed at her behind her back. Then came the day she dared the impossible. She asked him to stand. "Just once," she said. "No one's watching." He growled. "You're wasting your time." "You're wasting your fire," she snapped, surprising even herself. He narrowed his eyes. "You think you can make me fly?" "No," she replied. "I think you can." It took hours, days, weeks, but Alira didn't give up. She learned how to brace his legs with enchanted bark, how to balance his wings with counterweights. Every fall was a lesson, every bruise a battle scar. And then, one evening it happened. The palace trembled with a skyquake. Lightning storms crashing against the floating isles of Lyra and Orin were on the eastern balcony, when a lightning strike split the platform. Alira slipped, screaming as she tumbled over the edge. Orin didn't think. He leapt forward, muscles burning, wings flaring wide, instinct overriding fear. He caught her in midair. For a moment, time froze. Wind screamed past. His wings beat once, twice, and held. They didn't fall. He was flying. He was flying. Shouts echoed above. Dragons poured from the palace as the emperor himself raced to the ledge. His eyes went wide as he saw his son, long crippled, now gliding through the storm, holding a human girl in his arms. When they landed, Orin dropped to one knee, breathless but alive. Elira clung to his chest, stunned. "You flew," she gasped. "I did," he replied, voice shaking. "Because of you." The emperor approached slowly, staring at the scene with disbelief and emotion long buried. His great wings folded as he knelt before his son and the maid who had changed everything. "She taught me to stand," Orin said, "to try, when no one else believed I could." And for the first time in dragon history, a human maid was given the title Skybound Flamebearer, a hero's honor. Orin continued to train. He grew stronger, with Elira beside him, not as a servant, but as a friend and counselor. He rose to become a prince the realm adored, not for his power, but for the fire he ignited in others. And it all began because a human girl believed where dragons did not. And